And it's likely people will continue to kind of trickle in. So we'll give them a couple minutes before I introduce you. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Amanda. I cannot, man, my typing is terrible today. Okay, that came through. So email address for anybody who needs it to send flyers, etc. Ah, hi, Marita. Rita, I like the haircut.
Thank you. I got it last week, and I'm still it's in the phase where like every day I'm finding out different things that like this is what it looks like when I wake up doing nothing with it. This is what, you know.
Yeah, that transition period of figuring out what works and what doesn't. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Hi, everybody. My name's Courtenay Crossan. I'm the president of the Human Services Council. I'm going to save our announcements and stuff until after the presentation. I just feel like it just seems easier that way. So today we have Katrina Buie, and Katrina offers a lot of experience in case management, counseling, outreach, and all of that within the mental health and substance abuse community. And she's going to talk about A New Horizon, which is in their unique approach to recovery, along with their range of services and how they help clients achieve their long-term goals for recovery. So Katrina, whenever you're ready, I'll go ahead and spotlight you.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon. Again, I'm Katrina, and I am the recovery coordinator for A New Horizon. And also on this meeting is Tim and Amanda, who are our certified support specialists. They are part of my team, and so they may chime in a little bit about their unique roles at the community center as well. But I'm going to share my screen here, and let me know if you all can see it. Let's see here.
You're good.
Looks great, Katrina.
Looks great. Okay. All right. Okay. So at A New Horizon, and let me just tell you guys, we are located at 530 North Center Street. We are north of the Leaning Tower. That's what we call it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that building, but most people, they find it by the description of the Leaning Tower. So we are just north of that building. But I'm going to go ahead and read our mission statement, which I think is really important to know in regards to the services and other things that we provide. Our mission is to bring hope and support to individuals, families, allies affected by addiction related to substance use and misuse, empowering them to build happy, healthy lives. So a couple of things that we do here is we are person-driven. we have, again, Amanda Tim, which is our peer support specialist, and they do a lot of things here at the center. And excuse me, I'm kind of nervous. So our vision is to endeavor to embrace and embolden the lives of people in all stages of recovery from substance use disorder, including their families and allies who have been adversely affected by addictions, to fashion a strong community. So within A New Horizon, we actually support not only our participants, the ones that's in active use or in treatment, we support their family and friends as well.
Hey,
Um,
Katrina, your
yeah,
your audio is getting
is it?
distorted again.
Is it? Oh gosh.
Oh, now it sounds fine. It might be distance.
Okay, so let me kind of bring it up here. Is that better, Courtney?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I guess my computer does not like me today. Okay, so again, we support, that makes us unique again. We support family and friends who loved one is either in active use in treatment, or they are in full-blown recovery. And so oftentimes what we encounter in substance use is that a lot of people, a lot of loved ones aren't educated about the disease. And so we want to make sure that we are supporting those as well. Again, the Recovery Center is a nonprofit center where we educate a lot of people. We do advocacy, peer support, training, and fellowship with others for those in recovery and their family and friends. Further, the RCC will promote improving quality of life, preventing relapse, and sustaining recovery. And so with the peer support, I'd like to give Amanda and Tim an opportunity to say exactly what they do here on a daily basis in regards to supporting our participants as well as their family and friends.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda, and so my role here is a recovery support specialist, and that includes doing one-on-one sessions for like recovery coaching, setting goals, helping them kind of work through any barriers that they're encountering. That includes with family members and kind of helping them navigate that their loved one is going through a difficult time, and helping them, establish boundaries and still support their loved one during the hard time. And then that also includes facilitating groups as well, for many different things as far as, fun or educational purposes. And I'll give it over to Tim.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Mollett, and I'm a certified recovery support specialist here at A New Horizon. And uh, I think what I want to emphasize is that we take a holistic approach to recovery from substance misusage. We understand that it's not just a disease of the individual, but it's also affects many dimensions of their life, family, friends, allies, and the such. And we just try to uh, look at the person holistically and gain recovery through that. What I do a lot is we do a lot of education in the community, trying to fight the stigma of it. I lead Tai Chi here twice a week. We do other groups. We have a art group, we call it Masterpiece, that I also lead, and I also work with individuals one on one, as doing some recovery coaching. It's as I said, we want to look at the whole, not just the person, the individual, and what may be a diagnosis or what they identify as, but we want to see them as a whole human being, and we can work through it. Health, community, purpose, and I forgot my last one. Just a moment.
Home.
Yeah, and home. So that's what SAMHSA defined as the major dimensions of recovery, and we want to work through all of those. So, with that, I'll hand it back to Katrina to continue.
Thank you, Tim and Amanda. Our services, they are free of charge. And again, it doesn't matter. We don't do insurance or anything. So anyone that's interested in services can call and do an intake. And again, the eligibility is if they identify as having a substance use or a co-occurring disorder. We use a BARC-10, which is our assessment tool for people that's interested in services. And I'm just going to backtrack a little bit. So some of the groups that we do offer are our music group. It's called Harmony, and it's just so wonderful. Right now we have 2 interns that's at the master's degree level. They're doing music therapy, and that takes place on Wednesdays between 1 and 2. And so I don't know, I guess I'm talking about it because it's my favorite group. It's great. It is so great. Activities that we have done, we've written our own songs and played a lot of instruments. And so we're hoping that will continue throughout the year so that more people can join that as well. We have Soulmates, which is our walking group. And then Hope Grows. Hope Grows is our gardening club. And right now we have planted some, basil, spearmint, rosemary, and those type of herbs in lavender. Next, we have our spiritual support group, as well as, what else am I missing? Tim, you mentioned Masterpiece. It's just a host of different things that we offer. And again, like services, they're flexible, and we service people within a 35-mile radius, so you don't have to necessarily be from McLean County. If you are in treatment, there's a possibility where we can go to you and enroll you in services as well. Yeah, let me see, am I missing anything else in regards to eligibility? Yeah, it's a simple process, same thing for family and friends. We offer services free to them as well. We don't collect insurance information. The only thing that we do require is that people call and schedule an appointment. And our first appointment is always, it's in person. So, anyone have questions?
No, but Katrina, your audio is messing up again.
It is. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Every once in a while, I wait to see if it's gonna kind of come back in a little clearer, but it didn't quite.
Okay. Amanda, you hear me? Oh, okay. Is that okay?
Katrina, I will sign off and see if that'll help our broadband here and give you a better.
Oh, we can't hear you at all now, Katrina.
Yeah. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, take your time.
Right.
capital is, let me stop sharing my screen here.
All right. If you want to share your screen, I can read through it. And if anyone has questions. All right. So we're a peer-run organization, and we focus on meeting people where they are at and helping to increase recovery capital, building hope and sustain long-term recovery goals. By peer-run organizations, it means that we are in recovery ourselves, right? So Amanda and I both are in recovery from substance misuse issues ourselves, and we have a unique ability to share some pitfalls along the way, and also what worked well for us. So that's a very it's a plus for us to be able to do that, to have maybe seen some of the obstacles and be able to share a little tidbit and help the people in recovery themselves.
What kind of supports are built into your organization to support you guys as peers?
For us individually as support, we have a lot. Katrina is great with our supervision, and she really does emphasize doing our self-care and doing what we need to do for our recovery. The half full, you can't pour from an empty cup thing. So she supports us and lets us do what we need to do for our own self-care. I do a lot of work through the VA, being a veteran, and they allowed me to take a course that's 2 hours every Wednesday at 10 a.m. for 14 weeks. And I went to her and asked her if I could do that for my own recovery. And they've been totally supportive in our own recoveries, so we can also help others and learn more about recovery that may help our participants as well.
And I would also like to chime in that one of the core competencies with peer support is that it's mutual learning. And so our participants also help with, our recovery, because it's helping us by helping them.
And when we speak of recovery capital, it can be in 4 or 5 different places: that internal, external, community, just all kinds of things. So we don't just look at capital as money, but we can build the wealth for ourselves and our recovery in other dimensions, in friendships, in partnerships, in collaborating with others, just meeting people and being able to share and build a community, as we're called. All right. Yeah.
I'm still with you.
All right. So, and building hope, because there's you want to turn that scene?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. Sorry. I think we may have taken up too much bandwidth, so we had to shut one down.
But it's so convenient that you are all in the same office.
Yeah.
Cut this up.
What's that?
Can you cut it up?
Yeah. So.
Okay. No, keep going.
All right.
Okay, so are you able to change it to the next slide, Katrina?
Can you?
I can't get on yours.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh.
Sorry about the confusion.
All right.
I was wondering if I signed off, if it would help.
In the meantime, I do have a question.
Absolutely.
Um, I had attended you all's open house a couple of months ago, which was
Mhm.
fantastic to see the space. I'm wondering now that you're a few weeks or a few months into the program, what the reception has been of the recovery community here in the area, if you're connected much with like AA and NA, and if there's any natural leaders that have come out of those meetings that maybe are a part of your services. Can you just speak to like the reception of this program from the recovery community in Blono?
Yeah, so we don't have any direct like point of contact with anyone from NA and AA or any A meeting. However, we do encourage anyone that if that's the recovery pathway that they would like to take, that, you know, we encourage them to do that. It's been a great reception for the people that have found out about us. So one of the things that we have started to do is collaborate with Chestnut and the inpatient residential program there. And we go every Tuesday actually, and we have a kind of like learning session. And we have people sign up for services if they would like. We can do that right there with them to help them kind of eliminate that barrier. And at our enrollment drives that we've had, like this last one was our best one yet. We were able to get the people from inpatient residential to be able to come to our event and get them out and about, and they loved it. Everyone had a great time. The participants that we have now, they all love that we are here. We have people consistently coming to groups, and there's a little bit of a barrier of, you know, and buffer of time of letting people know that we are here and them finding out, but it's slowly starting to happen now that we're getting that word of mouth that's starting to circulate.
Yeah, that's so awesome. It's very cool. I come from Kankakee County, which is an area that just does not really have a ton of recovery support outside of like faith-based support. So it's great to see this area. Like there's so many different ways recovery can look for different people, you know, and it's just great to see you all integrate yourselves within the community that already exists here, and see those partnerships with Chestnut, and, you know, we've got Rosk and all those things. So, I mean, it's just really cool to be an outsider watching you all build this wonderful network.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. And that's, you know, one of the things that we really encourage here is that multiple pathways to recovery. What works for one isn't going to work for everyone. And we really, truly support every pathway. It doesn't matter if it's completely natural and you don't need any support or help, which is very rare, but if that's it, you go for it. Everything else, you know, we're here to help guide you through and just break down all those barriers. And so, the emphasis that we place is on the exploration and discovery of behaviors and practices needed to maintain personal recovery, while developing positive self-images to through acknowledgement of the process of recovery from addiction disorder. So we recognize that to maintain personal recovery, it is progressed by rewiring those negative thoughts and the stigma that come along with substance misuse that the community, you know, most people in the community are unaware of. And by being a strength-based program, we're really focusing on what people are good at. And instead of saying like, yeah, you've messed up here, everyone knows that we're focusing on, but what did you do right? What can we do right from here on out? And really focusing on that and building their self-esteem. And the like classic history of recovery has always been build them down to build, or, you know, break them down to build them back up. That's not what we believe in anymore. Research has showed that the strength-based approach actually works a lot better. And it's really just empowering people to have that self-love and self-esteem to be able to work their recovery for themselves. And one of the things that I absolutely love about our program is that we do help family members as well. We recognize that substance misuse is not just an individual, it affects the entire family unit. And I currently work with a family, and the mother has really, you know, excelled in learning more about the substance use disorder and also the recovery, because she wants to be there and help be a part of that recovery, but she was unsure of what recovery is because it's not something that she deals with. And so like helping teach family members like what recovery entails and like what SAMHSA, you know, defines as wellness and the dimensions of recovery. It's helping educate the community as well. And I love that the families can attend that and just learn and help be a support to the person with the substance use.
I have a question about that. So
Mhm.
I love the idea of community building just as a whole. I think that's where healing comes from. When it comes to friends and family members of people that are either in treatment or having some kind of misuse issue,
Mhm.
how can they get involved if the person that they are that is in their immediate family or whatever is not seeking treatment? Like, can someone who's just in the community says, oh, my uncle from so and so, you know, out of state has an issue, can I come seek help as well?
Absolutely. And see, that's the beautiful thing about our program is it is any person with substance use disorder or co-occurring, their family member, or just an ally. So pretty much anyone that encompasses anyone. Everyone knows someone who has been affected by substance misuse. It doesn't matter if it's a direct family member, it doesn't, you know, or if they're just in support of recovery. If they can get behind the fact that somebody is trying to improve their life, then they are welcome. Our services really are encompassed to pretty much everyone.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? I believe that I've covered. So I do want to say that if you do have anyone that is interested, they are always welcome to call the Center for Human Services, the main line, and our receptionist can get that taken care of. They will send all the information over to us. If they are already a client of the center, it's a little bit less extensive for us to get them signed up. But even if they are not, it is a total of about 30 minutes to do everything to get them signed up for services. So it's not very overwhelming. And we also do recognize that people have anxiety when it comes to calling for appointments and providers and stuff. So we're very flexible with that. Like if somebody would prefer to do things over the phone, we can do that as well.
That's wonderful. And also, Katrina mentioned that you accept people outside of McLean County. How far out does that go? Is that all of Illinois or surrounding?
Technically, we can serve all of Illinois, but obviously, since we're a community center, we couldn't be doing the groups and stuff like that. Primarily about a 35, 40-mile radius, you know, is our goal to really affect those areas. However, when we do go out to Chestnut and do our presentations, we have people that do live in other parts of the states. We do offer virtual Zoom meetings, like where we can do the recovery coaching one-on-one through that.
The virtual is an option as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just obviously we can't do the virtual with the groups,
Right.
but yeah, we can do the virtual with the one-on-one recovery coaching. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? No?
No.
All right, well, thank you, Amanda and Katrina and Tim, for all stepping up and helping out.
Yes, and we apologize for the audio, all
No,
the
it's
confusion.
not, I don't think it's a big deal, honestly. I think
Yeah.
we've been on Zoom long enough that it's like stuff is going
It's yeah.
You guys
I
recovered
agree.
really well, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that you were able to kind of work it out amongst yourselves. That was great. Yeah,
Absolutely.
all welcome to hang out if you want to. We're going to go through a couple of agency updates. Yeah, thank you so much for spending time with us and to share about A New Horizon.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and also could you put your contact information in the chat just in case?
Yeah.
We do release the chat to everybody along with the meeting that's recorded. So just in case anyone does need to get a hold of any of you, they have your information.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks again.
Thank you so much.
I have a quick question,
Oh.
Katrina. Remind me to access the recordings through the YouTube page, or and you would still send that link, or we have to find it out?
Yep. It's in the email, but I'll put our YouTube in the chat. I'm pretty sure it's McLean County HSC. I'm 95% sure this is it. Emily, does that look right? Could you check to make sure that's the right YouTube name for us?
Yes, give me a minute. I'll just dig into our Google Drive and I'll grab the link and drop it in just a
Okay,
minute.
appreciate it. Rocio, she's gonna take care of it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so agency updates. The first thing, actually, while you're in there too, Emily, if you could put the link to the shared document, would be great. Thank you.
Got it.
In the last email, I put down that I'm asking for everyone to go into our shared document and fill out your contact information for the McLean County organization contact list. So if you could just at least fill out your department information, your agency information for you, that would be appreciated. If you have anyone else that you think should be a part of it, or you know is in for community engagement, etc., if you could add their information as well, would be really helpful. Yeah, and so Emily's gonna put the link in there to the document just in case. No problem, Angelique. Also, flyer details still the same thing. Send a JPEG and the PDF for the socials. All the reminder emails are still sent from the McLean County HSC@gmail.com email address. So make sure that's not in your junk mail, just in case. The next meeting, May's meeting, will be in person. That's my fault, I'm delaying, but I haven't really nailed down a place yet. I think it's going to be at LifeSell. I need to talk to Shannon about that, but it will be in the next email, the next reminder email, and there will be a flyer that I'll send out and I'll put on the socials. So you'll have more than enough ways to figure out where we'll be at and the timing of it and who's presenting. Let me think, what else is there? Oh, actually, I have a question about that. Do you all prefer having calendar reminders for these meetings? Is that helpful? Angelique gives a yes. Marita says a yes. There's a thumbs up or a hand up. Yes, Rocio? Okay.
Yes, yes from Crystal and yes from Katrina in the chat.
Perfect. I will send out, I'll be more diligent about sending out calendar invites to remind everybody of the in-person and the Zoom meetings. Otherwise, I think that's it for the regular updates. And since we have kind of low numbers today, if anyone, you can either raise a hand or just start talking if you have a quick update that needs to happen.
I am gonna go ahead and go if that's okay, because he needs to go down for a nap. But so I'm supposed to know me as
Angelique, you're cutting out.
What? Cutting out?
Yep, you've cut out.
Okay, let's see if we can do this. I'm outside, I have no idea. Of course my phone says I have all my bars, but
okay, we can hear you. So just maybe stay in one spot. See if that works.
Okay, so I am with BCAI, Cultural Arts and Humanities. The reason why I'm in this chat is because we are a lot deeper than the arts. We use the arts as a catalyst. And we're more focused on this, pretty much the same thing that all the social service organizations are focused on, which is what comes from being safe inside your art form and how they can increase access themselves and resources in the community and such as that. And we touch on, we have a, hold on one second. We have a, let me put it like this so you can have my microphone. We have a, hold on. We have a partnership with Creative Healing Art Therapy to make sure that those of our students that do have higher ACEs scores, and even the lower ACEs scores, but just trauma in general or difficulty navigating the world and stuff like that, that they actually have the resources that they need. And so we're more of like an art therapy, movement therapy place. We don't advertise as such. So updates with us is basically that I am kind of redoing the organization. I'm revamping and having a much stronger focus on the partnerships that we have. So how can we kind of utilize the strong partnerships that we have in the community to do our work more immensely, right? So working with Rocio a lot at the Immigration Project and Project Oz and Center for Youth and Family Solutions as like referral organizations and stuff like that. We work with Illinois Wesleyan for their cultural students to come in, intern and stuff like that. But we're really interested in the platforms that just need either an extension space or that want to partner on that deeper level, maybe for getting a grant or for like mutually aligned programs that you might have. So BCAI is very hard to nutshell and talk about because we are much deeper and very complex. So if you are interested in some type of partnership or anything like that, or a meeting in the middle somewhere, or if you need an extra space to utilize, our space is available in the afternoons for like 4 or 5 hours. There's nobody in there. So if you need an extra space or something like that, that's also available. But yeah, if you know anyone that's interested in helping out, because we're gonna shift into phase 2, like I said, very different, and we could use a lot more team members and a lot more people that get the work that we're doing and want to help push it into a self-sustaining organization. So that's a lot. We are in the middle of hip hop elemental arts right now. They're building a song from scratch with industry professionals. So learning lyricism and cultural relevance and stuff like that, connecting themselves to the history of hip hop and all of that. And so they're creating that song right now, and then they'll be making the music video for that. So that program's going on right now. So if you have people that you think would be perfect for that program, or like are interested in music or hip hop heads or music heads in general, send them right away, because there's a creative way to get them caught up. So we're only in our 2nd week. And then our summer camp is in July, and our martial arts program is really strong. Rocio, her son, is in it. He just got his orange belt. Congratulations, Leo.
Yay.
But but yeah, so if you know anyone that you would like to refer to us, either adults, kids, anybody that wants to help out with the organization itself, mentor or help on the behind the scenes, or if you have youth in your programs that would benefit from a program that is more consciously aware of who they are as individuals and what they might be facing, send them my way as well. So I took up enough time. I love y'all. I appreciate everything you're doing, and I'm here. I'll talk to you later.
Great, thanks, Angelique. All right, who wants to go next? Unless you want me to call on you.
I can go. So we recently hired Crystal Harris, who is here with us in our meeting, and I anticipate her coming to lots of future meetings. What we hired Crystal as, she's going to be a visitor's aide for the Front Street buildings for the county campus. So this is a McLean County government administration hire, not necessarily the health department. So we expect that she will be mostly hanging around the health department building, just because of the bus stops. That's where a lot of people are. We found that people are having lots of human moments in and around that area, and we wanted to have someone who can both respond to people who are in a crisis and kind of do some quick soft referrals. And also someone to just like, there's not really a front desk in that area. So someone to help people figure out where they're going and which floor they need to go to. So at this point, Crystal is still kind of just getting to know the community a little bit better. So chances are decent, if I haven't reached out to you yet, that I will be reaching out to someone in your organization soon to set up kind of a meet and greet and maybe a tour, just so that she can have a better sense of the different resources that are available. But we're really excited. It's a brand new role, and it's something that we're really excited to build, depending on what the needs of the community are. Okay.
That is super cool. We love meeting people where they're at.
Agreed. Welcome, Crystal. Yeah, that's awesome, Rita. I'm glad that you all have put somebody kind of in the middle of it to help guide other people. That's awesome.
Yeah, so at this point, we haven't, eventually she will have a phone number that people in that area can call. But at this point, we're still just getting all the protocols down, making sure that we have everything ready to go, so that everyone can be comfortable and safe.
Awesome. All right, anyone want to go next?
I can go next, and I apologize, I don't have a camera. I'm using a desktop and doesn't come with it. But I just wanted to remind you all that here at the Immigration Project, we have walk-in hours every day except Wednesday. We're open 10 to 6. And either like if you run into someone with a language barrier accessing your services, please feel free to call us or send them our way, and we'll be happy to see how we can collaborate to facilitate access to any services. We're busy here. A lot of our clients come here because they just arrived in town. We have a financial assistance program for newly arrived folks. It's coming to an end, they have told us, but it's still a little bit of money that they will get in a financial assistance card. And we do help immigrants with public benefits, those of them who qualify, but we do all kids applications too. So anything that we can help our immigrant community, we're here for them. And we have an active Facebook page if we would like to know more about what we're doing, because we do events in several other counties too.
Thank you, Rocio. Make sure everyone puts their contact information both on the shared document and in this chat. Fresh reminders. Cameron, did you need to add anything for updates for One Hope?
Yeah, so I have a couple things. We just finished our most recent round of support groups. We've had adult groups a couple times, but we were finally able to do teen groups, which was really exciting. We've been trying to do that. We tried with the last round of adult groups, but I think we just kind of had trouble doing like the right outreach techniques and like figuring out the timing with everything. So that was great. We did a group for 12 to 17, and we actually just figured out our dates for the next round of support groups. So those will be, sorry, one second. June 6th through August 1st. We're doing 8 weeks, so we'll just skip over the 4th of July and still do the 8 weeks we normally do. Teens will be 4 to 5 p.m. and adults 6 to 7:30 on Thursdays. So we'll be sending out all the information for that soon, but we finally got dates settled for the next round.
Awesome. Make sure that we get those flyers too, that you get them over to the Gmail account, the McLean County HSC, and then we can distribute those out to everybody.
Yeah, we just finalized them, but I can send them over.
Perfect. Yeah, whenever they're ready. Emily, I think you're the only one left.
Oh, okay. Sounds great. And thank you for asking about that flyer, because I don't know if you saw, the first thing I did was turn around and see if my One Hope flyer is up to date, and it is not. So that would be awesome. Hi, everybody. My name is Emily, and I work at Brightpoint and the Scott Child and Family Center, and I'm also the program coordinator for the Human Service Council. On the Brightpoint end of things, Not a whole lot going on. We are trying to get through the end of our school year. We've got some preschoolers that are going to be graduating in May. So we'll have some enrollment probably happening come probably July into August. If there are spots open, that's kind of when we're going to see that happen. So if you know of folks that are looking for childcare, we serve 6 weeks to 5 years old through our Head Start and Early Head Start program. I feel like there was something else I was going to say about that. We have a wait list, as does everybody. We do triage our wait list based on needs. So folks with a higher need will be served first. For example, if someone was homeless, that would put them up toward the top of the wait list. I guess just sharing more Brightpoint resources since Crystal's here. Just want to mention our crisis nursery. If you're not already aware of it, I will just talk about our crisis nursery till I'm blue in the face. We are open 24/7 and we're able to serve up until the day before their 7th birthday. Doesn't have to be an emergency. If a family is just looking for a parent break or just wants to go to the grocery store without kids grabbing things and throwing them in the cart, we certainly are open to that. We do have an intake process, takes about an hour the first time, but then after that, they just have to call us 4 hours before they expect that they'll need care. And we're able to tell them if there's a spot available to them or not. Even if they're not using our childcare services, we do still do diapers, wipes, and formula for free once a month. They're able to pick up every 30 days. So that is important. And then as for HSC related things, Courtney mentioned flyers. We've got our Gmail in the chat, I believe, from the very beginning. We do have quite a bit of the year planned out in terms of speakers at this point, but if you or you know anybody that's interested in speaking, please do reach out to us at our HSC Gmail, and you'll get a hold of me eventually, and we can get you on the calendar. I believe off the top of my head, we have October, November, and December still open, and I'm happy to plan out into next year. If folks want to look that far out, that's totally fine by me. And I think that is it. Thank you.
Thanks, Emily. I'm Courtney. I am the owner of the Healing Collective in downtown Bloomington. No new updates over here. I'm doing some classes over at the Multicultural Center, ISU, which are free restorative yoga classes for Black and Brown students, and all the registered organizations over there, which is nice. And then some stuff is coming up this next semester, so it's a long ways off that we'll talk about later. I know that Tony Jones isn't here, but we're doing the Juneteenth celebration on June the 22nd this year. And so we're looking for any vendors or resources, volunteers that want to help with that. If you want to set up a booth with your organization, your agency, you can contact me, you can contact Tony Jones. I don't have his email handy right now, but I can put mine in the chat and filter it over if needed. I'll be there for vendors in case anyone needs to check in or has any questions. So you can email me and let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna parade y'all to death with it. Just know it's on its way. So I appreciate any help that you all have there. And Anthony's back. Anthony, do you have any updates for PATH that you want to give us before we dip out of here?
Yeah, I apologize, friends. I think the last time I spoke in person, I told you I was just interviewing for my own job. Interim is now out of my title. So as such, I have to do things like I just did and dip out and manage an active fire. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I'm Anthony, in case anyone hasn't met me, Director of Database Services at PATH. I'm the person you want to talk to if you would like to update your agency's information in our human service database. I'm also the person you talk to if you'd like to be added to our database. And I will put my email in the chat.
And I did just drop Tony Jones's email in there as well.
Way to go, Emily. You are Johnny on the spot, man, I tell you.
I mean, without Shannon, I'm surprised we're getting by here.
Excellent co-pilot right now. This is great. All right, well, that's everything from us. If anyone doesn't have anything else to offer, to share, we get out 10 minutes early. Sound good? All right. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody.
Thank you so much. Good to see you all. Bye-bye.